All right, so welcome to Market Mastery Program. This is basically the only course you might ever need. I'm being honest with you. All right, this is more like the only course you might ever need. Yes, you need other materials. I'm not capping here. You will need other materials. All right, but this is like the best fast start you can ever get. All right, so once again, you're welcome to the Market Mastery Program. And in this class, I'm going to be walking you through the beginner's guide to Forex trading or to trading generally. All right. Like these are course modules, course outline rather. We have the beginner's guide to trading. What is trading? Financial instruments, trading time zones, correlated pairs, the exchange rate measurements, which is in pips, lot size, current market price, calculating PIP value, trading multiple lots. And we also have module 2. All of those ones we'll talk about another day. But for today, what is priority today is what we're going to be discussing today. All right. But then I want to let you know something quickly. If you do not try, your chances of success drop to 0. All right. If you do not try, yes, if you try, you might fail. I'm not going to lie to you. But if you do not try at all, your chances of success drops to 0. So give it a try. All right. So give it a try. Now, what is trading? I advise you with your notes and your bio, right? You can write. All right. Trading refers to the exchange of any financial instrument or assets, such as foreign currencies, which is Forex, like and digital currencies, which is crypto, and then indices, futures, NFTs, commodities, stocks, etc. All right. With an expectation of a change in value over time. With an expectation of a change in value over time. So profits result from accurately predicting price direction, whether up or down. It doesn't really matter. That's why our type of class. Sorry, hold on. Let me just write we are live again. All right. So where was I? So I said profits results from accurately predicting price direction, whether up or down, while loss results when price goes opposite the direction of your prediction. Opposite the direction of your prediction. All right, now financial instruments. Financial instruments or assets refers to anything of value that is tracked on an exchange, like such as the New York Exchange, the London Exchange, and Tokyo Exchange. All right. We have other exchanges too, by the way. Well, basically, that's just what I'm going to be sharing with you. Oh, nice. Okay. Sorry, hold on. Then types of financial instruments, we have commodities, we have indices, we have stocks, we have foreign currencies, we have cryptocurrencies. And out of all of it, the largest space, honestly, is the foreign exchange, all right, which is the foreign currency. That's the largest space, followed by the cryptos, followed by the indices, followed by stocks, then commodities, all right? But all of them in total, which is the financial instrument market or the financial market, all right, it's a very large space that you cannot grasp so quickly. It takes time, all right? Then financial instrument symbols. Wait, let me ask, can you see my screen? I think I should ask that question. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? I think I should ask. Can you see my screen? Oh, you can't see my screen. Wow. So let me reshare. Just hold on, please. Let me reshare, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Let me reshare. Thank God I asked that question. All right, so I said, welcome to Market Mastery Program. Please just jot. I believe you can all see the screen now. Oh, wow, this looks nice, by the way. I'm looking at it from here. Looks nice. Okay. So I said we already know the course outline, but we're not going to go through everything, all right? Because we just go through what is important for today, which is beginner's guide to trading. All right, then we're talking about something. I said if you do not try, your chances of success drops to 0. So give it a try. If you do not try, your chances of success drops to 0. So give it a try. All right. So now you're asking what is sorry, hold on. So now you're asking what is trading. So trading refers to the exchange of any financial instrument or assets, such as foreign currencies in the forex space, digital currencies in the crypto space, indices, futures, NFTs, commodities, stocks, etc. All right, with an expectation of a change in value over time. And like I said earlier, profits result from accurately predicting price direction, whether up or down, and loss results when price goes opposite the direction of your prediction. All right, then we have financial instruments. Financial instruments or assets refers to anything of value that is tracked on an exchange, such as the New York Exchange, the London Exchange, the Tokyo Exchange. And then I said financial instruments, we have the foreign currencies, we have the indices, we have the commodities, we have the stocks, we have the cryptocurrencies. And I said financial instrument symbols. Each financial instrument or asset, all right, is listed as a specific symbol. All right. So here are a few examples of commonly traded financial instrument symbols. All right. So we have in the foreign currency space, we have the Euro USD. You might not understand all of these things now, but as we go into the course, you're going to understand completely. So Euro USD, USD JPY, GBP USD, USD CHF. In the indices, we have US 30, NAS 100, XPX 500, FRA 40. We have in the commodity space XAG USD. You might not understand these things, but as we go into it in this same module, you're going to understand and refer back to this. So I'd advise you take a screenshot of this so you can save it later. Okay. Then we have XAG USD. We have UK oil, US oil, BTC USD, ETH USD. That's in the crypto space. XRP, LTC. BTC is Bitcoin. ETH is Ethereum, XRP is Ripple, LTC is Litecoin. They are all cryptocurrencies. Then in the stock, we have APL or AAPL rather, which is Apple. We have Google, we have Tesla, we have Twitter stocks. All right, so all of these are stocks that we actively trade, by the way. So instead of spending your time on Twitter, why not spend time trading Twitter stocks? Instead of just catching cruise, you're making money from where others are catching cruise. I don't know. I don't think that's a bad idea if you ask me. All right. So these are there's a change in perception. All right. To make progress in any space, you need to have a change in perception, and that change in perception only occurs when you give yourself to a process. I'm not talking about processes here, but let's just go to currencies and their codes in the forex market. Each currency code is uniformly represented by 3 English letters using the ISO 4217. ISO 4217, by the way, is like an organization. I would explain later on. So ISO 427 is an international standard developed by the International Organization for Standardization to denote currency names. So you saw EUR USD, and I called it Euro USD. Like, where do you see O? I only saw EUR. I would explain here. So at the international trading level, ISO codes are used by people for the convenience of 3 things: quotation, reading, communication. Then banks and corporations around the world also use currency codes, all right? And it's not common to see banks publish each currency exchange rate by using the currency code rather than the translated name. Or rather, I was trying to say something. Banks and corporations around the world also use currency codes. And it is not uncommon, rather, because I'm trying to look at what I said. It is not uncommon to see banks publish each currency or each currency exchange rate by using the currency code rather than any translated name or currency symbol. So they would rather, or they won't put the dollar sign. They would rather write USD. They might not put the dollar sign, 1,000 USD. You already understand what it is. All right, so EUR is euro. And I will explain how the name came about. Now, currency code, according to the rules of ISO 4217 code, the first two letters of currency code are actually the country code of ISO 31661. All of those things are just formalities, all right? And the third is usually the first letter of the currency name. Okay, so the first two letters is the country code. That's why CHF has a different country code, but we'll explain here. The first two numbers is usually the country code, while the last one is the currency name. In the case of GBP, GBP consists of a code for the United Kingdom, also called Great Britain. So GB is Great Britain, and the first letter of pounds is P, which is the last letter of the currency code GBP. So GBP is Great Britain pounds, all right? Great Britain pounds. And how it was formed, I just explained. GB is have been UKP because it's UK, right? It's United Kingdom, but the country, what's the word? The code for United Kingdom is Great Britain. So that's why it's GBP. Okay. And similarly, USD is composed of the currency code United States, US, and D for dollar. That's how we got USD. Okay, then CNY is composed of the country code for China, which is CN, and Y, which is yuan. So that's CNY, China yuan. All right, then less clear is the currency code CHF, which combines the Swiss franc country code for CN. All right, the Swiss actually, Swiss country code. How do I explain this that you would understand? So Swiss franc, Swiss franc, instead of SFF, like Swiss franc, okay, instead of SF rather, they call it CHN. The CH, I don't know, for CH, do you understand? And F for franc, so that's CHF. I already understand it, all these things, but this I learned after I had learned how to trade, and these are the basics. I started learning like 4 months, 5 months after I've learned the technical analysis. My own learning was scattered, like picking resources from different places. So I'm giving you this basic so you can understand. And tomorrow, you know why it is what it is. Not just to just click buttons and make money. So you know why you are clicking buttons and what you are clicking buttons for. All right. And that brings us to the next concept here. Currency, or the symbol of the currency, the country, the currency, and the nickname. So look at this. AUD is Australian dollar, and the nickname is Aussie. So in time past, if you want to do Euro AUD, you say Euro Aussie. You don't say Euro AUD. For example, when you're trading HFX, you hear Euro Aussie or Aussie dollar. You hear that a lot. Or actually, what they call it is the one I know very well is Aussie yen. So my mentor will be like, Aussie yen buy a CMP. Oh boy, I don't know what CMP is. I don't know what Aussie yen is like, bro. How far, right? So I was stuck, just like many of you were. All right, so I was stuck too. So this is just take a screenshot of this so you can refer to this later on. These are just the symbols, the country, currency, and the nickname. We have Loni, which is for Canada, Canadian dollar. We have Swizzy, which is for the Switzerland franc. We have Euro, which is for the Eurozone. We have Cable, which is for the Great Britain pound. We have Yen, which is for the Japanese yen. We have New Zealand dollar, which is Kiwi. They call it Kiwi, that's the nickname. And we have United States dollar, which is Buck. That's why you hear people say, I got it for $10. You know what they mean? $10, like Buck is the nickname, that kind of thing. But Naira is not here. I don't know. Maybe Naira is Kobo. Oh wow! Don't mind me, I beg. But you can mind me, Sha. So help me remind me. Let's go on to the next. So points to note in currency codes. The ISO 4217 foreign or forex currency code can be changed. For example, when a country issues a new currency, carries out currency reforms or changes currency units. The Russian ruble, or for example, now the Russian ruble was once changed from RUR to RUB. In addition, the code also includes non-currency classes beginning with X. For example, I know about Bitcoin before now. Bitcoin usually XBT. Then that's why I call it BTC. Like, bro, the original name is XBT, right? That's the original code. But you guys don't know, you always hear BTC, but that's what they call it. So like gold now is XAU. All right. AU is the periodic name. X is the constant that will be in all the non-currency pairs. All right. So like gold is XAU, silver is XAG, palladium is XPG, platinum is XPT. I don't know if you get what I mean. So all are actually made up of X and the periodic table names of these metals. So this takes us back to GSS3 when they taught us periodic table. What do you even teach yourself? Hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon. I don't forget. Nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, neosodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and argon, potassium, and calcium. All these are elements. I tried. So basically, the X is for the constants, while the other two letters are the periodic names or the name on the periodic table for that particular metal. Okay. So XDR stands for IMF's Special Drawing Rights, SDR. Unofficial ISO foreign currency codes. It should be noted that there are some commonly used codes in the financial market, but they are not official ISO codes, such as RNB, an abbreviation for renminbi, CNH. I hear this a lot. Some people trade it, and I'm wondering why you're trading it. But then if they know how to trade it, I don't think there's something bad in it. So we have BTC and XBT. I told you XBT. XBT is the original name. But people are calling it BTC. Let's go back. And then we have ETH, which is Ethereum. This is just the fundamentals of Forex. We're going into the main thing now, just gradually. Like I said, this is beginner's class. So you're also knowing why this is this and why that is that. So I will still tell you what we are trading in this market. Just calm down, follow me, okay? So now, basic major pairs. Let me look at the chat box for a moment and laugh. Wait, so also you can't hear me? You can't hear me? Can everybody hear me? You can hear you. Oh, nice. So please, I think you should check your network. Please. All right. So basic major pairs. So basic or major pairs rather. They are currency pairs that has USD in their correlation. That's Euro USD, Aussie dollar, NZD USD, you know, GBP USD, USD card, USD chef, USD JPY, anything that has USD in it is a major pair. But it must be currency, not USD and a metal. I would explain. Then cross or minor pairs, they don't have USD in their correlation. They are AUD card, AUD chef, AUD JPY, AUD NZD, Euro AUD, Euro card, Euro chef, Euro JPY, Euro NZD. Oh God, they are over actually. I don't know all the currency pairs in the Forex markets. I'm honest with you because I only trade like 3, right? So I only know the ones I know others, but I only like the ones I trade. So I don't know all the currency pairs, but I heard somebody said one time like that there are about 18 currency pairs. GBP or GBP card, GBP chef, GBP JPY, GBP, that's GBP yen, right? Then GBP NZD and the likes. But me, I know what I do and I stay with it. Then we have exotic pairs. Exotic pairs are non-currency assets with a currency in their correlation. That's where I was coming to when I said USD with a currency pair is a major pair. USD with anything that is not currency is an exotic pair. I think you should write that down or take a screenshot of this. So USD with a major pair or with any pair actually. USD with a currency pair or with a currency is called a major pair. USD with a non-currency is called exotic pair. So these are non-currency assets with a currency in their correlation. It's not just USD actually. We have Euro also. Just the major. We have GBP also, right? So we have BTC GBP, but most people don't trade it. We have BTC USD. Then that's like the gold. We have the gold for USD, then gold for euro, which is XAU USD for dollar, XAU EUR for euro. Then we have Bitcoin, we have silver, Ethereum, and the likes. All right. These are types of currency pairs. And then next we have trading time zones. The Forex market is open 24 hours a day during the weekdays, which allows traders to potentially trade all day and all night. But knowing that the Forex market operating hours is essential for every trader. Okay, so you need to know when the Forex market opens and closes, as well as the 4 main trading sessions. Just because you can trade the market any time of the day or night doesn't necessarily mean that you should. Okay, so the best time to trade is when the market is active with lots of Forex traders opening and closing positions, which create large volume of trades. Okay, and now the 4 major the 4 trading sessions. We have the Forex market broken into 4 major trading sessions, which is the Sydney session, the Tokyo session, the London session, and the New York session. The 2 largest sessions are the London session and the New York session. The Sydney session just converts UTC to WAT, which is West African time. Excuse me. Actually, I think it's about an hour difference, but before it was about 2 hours difference. That was when they were 6 hours ahead of us. Okay. So Sydney is open from 9 p.m. Our time is 10 p.m. All right. Our time is 10 p.m. So Sydney is open from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Tokyo is open from 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. London is open from 7 a.m. I use London 8 a.m. Sorry, just give me a minute, please. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let me check the chat box if there's anything. Okay, nothing. Okay, good. So I was talking about the Forex markets, the trading times. I said Sydney session, Tokyo session, London session, New York session. London session opens 8 a.m. our time, and that's 7 a.m. their time. So what does that tell you, right? That New York opens 2 p.m. our time, and it tells you that Tokyo opens 1. Should we say 1 a.m.? 1 a.m. Sydney opens 10 p.m. So every Sunday, 10 p.m. our time on Sundays, market is open. Meanwhile, for London, it has to be like 8 a.m. or so. But market opens automatically. So when we are in 10 p.m., they, like Sydney, they're in 8 a.m. Do you understand? So that's why they used to celebrate Christmas, celebrate New Year, celebrate those things before us because they are ahead of us and they have to trade because there are quite a lot there. So during the weekdays, there's always at least one forex trading session open also because like most sessions overlap actually. 8 hours, remember. So most sessions overlap. Actually 9 hours. Most sessions overlap. Then during the weekdays, there's always at least one forex trading session open also. There are periods of downtime when the market is really quiet and trading volume, or there always one trading session open, although there are periods or downtimes or period of downtimes when the market is really quiet and trading volume is low or thin. You usually want to avoid trading when only one trading session is open and instead wait for trading sessions to overlap. Very quickly, all right? So my assistant just texted me actually that an emergency came up, our mom fell very ill, right? So she has to rush us to the hospital. So she's not here to take attendance. And I can't take the attendance. So I'd advise, right? That you send on the WhatsApp group. Just put yes. Or just write I am in. If you are in, like if on this Zoom session, now please write I am in. So when she comes, she can take it of all of those things. Please just write I am in. Everybody on the WhatsApp group. Those that are here, just write I am in. Okay? And so usually want to avoid trading when only one trading session is open and instead wait for trading sessions to overlap. When two major financial centers are open, number of traders actively buying and selling a given currency is greatly increased. All right. So the higher the trading volume occurs during, the highest trading volume occurs during the overlap of London and New York trading sessions. More than 50% of trading volume occurs at these two financial centers. Actually, I said right on the group, not here. Okay. Now let's go into correlated pairs. But you understand what I mean? So now, all of this grammar, let me break it down to two statements. The best time to trade forex in Nigeria is between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. at most. You should be done by 6. Why? But that's the time where the market is open and there's the best volume ever. Do you understand? Yeah. And personally, I don't trade on Mondays. Why? Not because not because of anything. I don't trade on Mondays because I want to understand the bias of the market for the week, right? But I still called out trades for the team this morning and they ate food, right? But I don't trade on Mondays. Correlated pairs, forex correlations or currency correlations is a way for traders to identify whether one currency pair or forex pair will move similarly to another currency pair. Okay? So a particular, let's say Euro US is going up. Currency correlation will be that another currency pair will be going up the same way Euro US is going up. So if Euro US is doing like this, so they will be doing it together. Like the two currency pairs will be doing it together. Do you understand what I'm saying? Exactly. So a positive correlation is represented by two currency pairs going up at the same time or down at the same time. However, if one currency pair moves opposite to the other, meaning as one is going up, one is going down. So when it's going to be doing like this, like they're going opposite. That is negative correlation. Okay? So currency correlations are important to monitor and understand not only when analyzing price, but also when analyzing other commodities, stocks, or instruments. We'll look at how forex currency correlations is determined, how to calculate it yourself, and how it does affect trades. We're going to look at that here and now. Okay? So this currency correlations, I learned it earlier this year, and I've been training for a while. So I'm giving you wealth of experience. God, I'm getting it for free. Wow. For example, Euro USD and GBP USD both contain USD as a common factor. On top of this Eurozone, the Eurozone and Great Britain are closely tied economies trading together. These factors are a core reason for a correlated forex pair. This means you tend to see most USD currency pairs move in the same direction if the USD is the quote side of the exchange. So there's the base and quotes. So AUD USD, AUD is base, USD is quote. Euro JPY, Euro is base, JPY is quote. GBP USD, GBP is base, USD is quote. Do you understand? So any currency that has USD as quote will move almost alike, especially and that's contrary to the US dollar movement. So if USD is going up, most of those currencies that have USD in their correlation will be going down. If USD is going down, most of those currencies will be going up. All right. So you tend to see how, however, some currencies or some forex pairs will have a weaker or stronger relationship. So Euro USD have stronger relationship. Why? Because Euro and GBP are both United Kingdom currencies. They're both like their economies are tied together. Okay, they're tied together, so they operate kind of alike. Then forex traders will use currency correlation to either hedge their trades, increase their risk, or use it for creating value via commodity correlations. So there are various ways to trade currency correlation. I'm going to show you now. So traders will use the currency correlation to potentially increase their profit. For example, sorry, GBP USD and Euro USD, like we said, are positively correlated, or they're positively correlated. So a trader might place a long trade. When I say long, I mean buy. I place a buy trade on both to utilize the relationship. That's advantages, that's disadvantages. Advantage is it potentially increases the returns over more currency pairs. Disadvantage is you are taking more risk. Because normally if you take one, now you're taking two. Or it will increase your profit. So I don't know. If you know what you're doing, I think it's healthy to do that, because I did. On the other hand, traders may be more risk averse and opt to use currency correlations to reduce risk. For example, instead of placing a max position size on Euro USD, trader may now split it 50-50 on both of the currencies, or both of the position size. Euro USD 50, GBP USD 50. Advantage, potentially reduce risk by splitting across more currencies or more economies. Disadvantage is transaction costs are higher. When I say transaction costs, what do I mean? Per trade you take, your broker will charge you. So there's a cost per transaction. There's a cost per transaction, which your trader actually, your broker actually charges you. Infinix or 11 play, please write your name. Please write your name. I don't know Infinix or 11 play, so I can't attest that I saw this person. So please write your name. Okay, then alternatively, a trader may use correlation to assess the value of a currency pair. For example, the Canadian dollar pairs are highly correlated to crude oil prices. Yeah, this particular one I learned it like 3 months ago or 4, honestly. I took a trade and my mentor was like, come on, those that card and crude oil moves are like, how can you take this? Like, I'm like, oh wow. I took USD card. Imagine I was buying USD card. Meanwhile, crude oil was selling. I was buying, sorry. And they have negative correlation. Meaning if crude oil is buying, USD card should be selling. And I was busy buying. And it's like, bro, like it will stop you out. All right. So you need to understand that negative correlation or pairs that have negative correlations, you cannot trade both of them the same way. Meaning if they go opposites, if you are buying one, you must be selling the other, or you either choose to do nothing rather than buying one and buying the other. They have negative correlation. So an understanding of this helps you to be guided in your trading journey. I bet you many of the people that are active traders, they don't know what I'm telling you. Many of them don't know this particular currency correlation. They don't know. Because if you know it, it gives you an edge, okay? It gives you an edge. And now, why does the Canadian dollar have a correlation with oil? Canada is the 4th largest exporter of crude oil in the world, according to the 2018 figures. So due to the country's status as a net exporter of oil, its currency in relation to the USD is highly correlated to oil prices. For instance, the oil has negative correlation with USD card, like I said earlier, of about 93% between 2000 and 2016. When oil goes up, USD card goes down. When oil goes down, USD CAD goes up. So the next time you fuel or you are trying to fuel your car and you see that the mountain will be like right now in Nigeria, come on. That's why the market has been selling. If you understand Forex market has been selling. Why? Crude oil price is rising actually. I'm honest with you, the price is rising. So that's why the prices, the market, most of the market have been selling. GBP USD sell, USD CAD sell. Most of these things are selling. Why? Because the price of oil in relation to the dollar is increasing. And that's how our Naira too is going to 1,000 very soon. So you can use that information to your advantage. The trader may analyze that if WTI price increases, an expectation that CAD price may also increase. Therefore, not directly trading the correlation, but using the correlation within the analysis. Now, trading the exchange rate. Trading the exchange rate. Trading the exchange rate. Trading the exchange rates very quickly. Exchange rate refers to a single number that represents the amount of a currency or assets you receive in an exchange for 1 unit of another. So 1 unit of euro, you're exchanging for 1 unit of US dollar. Okay, so the exchange rate will be 1.1. 1.1, what does it mean? Meaning 1 euro will give you $1.1. Simple. If it's Euro JPY and the exchange rate, okay, for example, now I'll show you an example as we go on. Let's say US JPY now, the exchange rate is 122.38, let's assume, meaning 1 US dollar will give you 122 JPY. So now do the math and tell me in the chat box, let's do USD/NGN, that's Naira, USD Naira. Tell me the exchange rate. Tell me what the exchange rate would be. USD/NGN, quickly. John Ella and Emmanuel Upabi, please type on the WhatsApp group, not here. And someone should tell me what the exchange rate for USD/NGN will be. $1/461. No, that's exchange rate does not have slash. It's just a number. So tell me what would be the number? 610 makes sense. 1.6. No. 610 makes sense. So Moboluaji, please send assistant the DM, right? Now you answer the question. You're the first to get the answer. So I think she has something for you. I think so. I'm not promising you. I just think so. So trading the exchange rate means that even though you are involving 2 assets, there is only 1 exchange rate, and the value is what you are predicting will either go up or down over time. All right. So just like you can see well in this illustration, Euro USD, you can see it here. So this increase or decrease in value is what is traded in a foreign exchange market. This increase or decrease in value is what is traded in the foreign exchange markets. All right. And now we have exchange rate measurement, which is in pips. Exchange rate measurement in pips. Pips also called percentage in points. Percentage in points. And that's the universal measure of exchange of value of any exchange assets. All right. So because every exchange rate is different, pips allow price to be measured in a universal way, irrespective of where you are in the world. So it doesn't matter what the exchange rate is. You can just tell someone, I was able to bag out 70 pips for my trading today. They already know what 70 pips is. You don't need to tell them I was able to make, I took a trade and it's 122.300 and now it is 123.000. That's also 70 pips, but that's too much information. I bagged out 70 pips. I think that's fine. Just tell them. And if you're using serious lot size, you understand. And by the way, I will explain lot sizes in the next slide. Okay? I will explain lot size in the next slide. So Euro USD is 1.1010. Why? Because 1 euro will give you 1.10 USD. USDJPY is 122.380 because 1 USD will give you 122 Japanese yen. So USD is going to be 610 points, whatever it is. Why? Or 620 points, whatever it is. Why? Because $1 will give you 610 points, whatever it is, Naira. Shogbo. All right. Now, trading lots. Trading lot size. A lot refers to the size of order placed and determines their, oh boy. Sorry about that. A second. Sorry, let me just confirm if the audio is okay. We are still good, right? You can still see me very well. I think we are still good because I'm seeing myself from here and it makes sense. I think we are still good. Okay, great. A loss refers to the size of order placed and determines the amount of money gained or lost per pip, which is distance of movement of a given exchange rate. Okay, so lot sizes typically range from 0.01 to 1,000 units. When I started trading, I started with 0.01. My students, I tell them to start with 0.01. Gradually can increase it based on your lot size, the amount in your account. But start with 0.01 at first, okay? But now, at least I'm taking trades with even 10 standard lots. Yeah, I'm taking a trade with 10 standard lots. If you understand how NAS 100 moves, I'm taking NAS 100 trade with one standard lot before. If you know how NAS 100 moves, you know that was a big risk. Big risk. I just have to increase the percentage of my account I was willing to risk. So normally I'll risk 1%, but that I risk 5%. And it was worth it. Why? Because there was news. Oh boy, news like Black Friday. That was just last week Friday, man. So those I understand what I'm saying. Let me not talk too much. So standard lots, we have 1.0, 2.0, 5.0, 10.0, 100.0, 1,000.0. Mini lots, we have 0.01, 0.02. Sorry, mini lots, we have 0.10, 0.20, 0.25, 0.92, 0.99. You know, micro lots, we have 0.01, 0.02, 0. Oh boy, this is a mistake, an error. It's not 0.99, please, it's 0.09. Ash, an error, I'll correct it. So it's 0.09, not 0.99. Please pay attention to that. Micro lots is 0.01 to 0.09. Please, 0.09. All right. And then lot sizes and units. Lot sizes and units. Lot size and unit. A unit refers to an amount of a given financial instrument that is controlled at a given price. Example, 1.0 standard lot controls 100,000 units of a given particular instrument. Per standard lot, we have 100,000 units. Per mini lot, we have 10,000 units. Per micro lot, we have 1,000 units. So one standard lot will control 100,000 units of that exchange or financial instrument you're trading. 0.01 will control 1,000 units. Okay, so the for your profit to now become the profit of someone that is using 1 mini lot, market has to move at least above 9,999 units. What do I mean? 0.01 on GBP USD, 10 pips is $1. $1 loss or $1 profit. 100 pips is $10 loss or $10 profit. Do you understand? That 100 pips, which is your own $10, that 100 pips or that $10, which is your own 100 pips. If I use 0.10, 10 pips is going to be that same $100. 10 pips. So 0.10. All right. No, 0.01. Oh, okay. Let me explain what I mean now. 0.01. 100 pips is $10. 0.10, 10 pips is that same $10. You know, 0.01, all right? 100 pips is $10. 0.10, 10 pips is going to be $10 because we are controlling 10,000 units. We are no longer controlling 1,000 units, all right? Like in this case. Then now, great stuff. If I now use 1.0, 1 pip is that $10. Just 1 pip. I can move 1 pip. Wait, I've either made or lost $10. And market can move as far as 250 pips, 400 pips. So you can lose so much money if you're indisciplined. You have $100 accounts, stay with 0.01, at most 0.05. So you understand what it is you're doing. Now your stop loss will stop more than 25 to 30 pips. Me, I use 15 to 20 pips right now. All right. I entered the trade last week. I used 3 pips and it was clean because I had to use 1 standard loss for that trade. And it was I was sure of my entry. I used 3 pips stop loss. Clean one. Because I had like 5 entries or so. So that's like putting a lot of lot size, but reducing my risk so that if market can hit it, then I know the amount I've exhausted my risk. If I move it to 20 pips, I will lose too much money if market goes against me. So if market goes against me, I'm willing to lose just this. The market went in my favor, right? So that's how it works. The next thing we're going to discuss, I have a book here because I didn't finish my slides. My schedule is a little more tight, right, than normal. I have just a page left for this module to be complete, right? Let's run through the module again. Oh boy, we talked about lot size already. So the next thing we're going to talk about now is current market price, calculating PIP value, and trading multiple lots. Please pay attention. Current market price, calculating PIP value, and trading multiple lots. So now let's go to current market price. I have the notes here. Ash, how are we going to do this one? Let me look for a way to share my whiteboard so I can share whiteboards. Oh, just try disabled it. Oh, wait, let me search here. I disabled it. I have to use that iPad to enable it. Well, just pay attention, please. Current market price, the CMP. So when I tell you CMP, that's where market is right now. So CMP for any basic or cross pair is less than or equal to 4 digits after the decimal point. Oh boy, you need to understand this one properly. You know what? We'll stop here. I don't want to teach you something that you won't understand. So current market price, I would have done the slide for those ones. Okay. And I'll try by God's grace to finish up module 2 and 3 slides tomorrow. So that we can have that, all right, in the morning. But basically, I think we are pretty much done for today's class. Today's class lasted about an hour, less than. Each classes will be less than an hour by God's grace. We promise and we trust God to help us out. Each class will be less than an hour. Please ensure you indicate on the WhatsApp group that you joined this session, please, so that we can take notes. Because there's attendance, and your certificate is going to be based on the attendance. I'm being honest with you. I'm being very honest with you. Your certificate is based on the attendance. So those that don't attend class, I'm sorry, you can't get certificates because you're getting a certificate actually. Okay. So please, and for today's class, I'll work with only those that responded on the WhatsApp group. Okay. I'll work with only those that responded on the WhatsApp group. I think that's pretty much all for today. We'll continue current market price, calculating PIP value. The notes are ready, so don't be afraid. The notes are ready. Everything is here. I'm calculating PIP value, trading multiple lots here. The notes are here. Then tomorrow's class, account margin, buying and selling, exchange rates, spread, price spread, market execution order, stop order, limit order, stop loss, all of those things. The notes are ready. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to have that class. It was an amazing class today. Just by the way, just ask for your questions now, please. Everybody ask your questions now. We are done for today. I told you it's an hour class, and this is exactly an hour. This is 12:59. We started by 12:04. So I think that's an hour. Olushola Adeza, he said Mogo. I hope you're good, by the way. Olushola is one of my very good students, so honestly. She's one of my very good students. I love her passion for learning. She's married with 2 beautiful children. Very beautiful children. They came to church last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. So ask your questions, please. Ask your questions. There's no assignment for today. So you are free. You are free. There's no assignment for today. There will be assignment tomorrow. Ask your questions, please. I'll wait an extra 2 minutes, but I don't get any question, and I'll assume that everybody understands. I don't really get the exchange rate calculation. Great. Now let's go to that. Exchange rate calculation. Okay. Exchange rate calculation. Now let's go over this note together. Exchange rates. Thank you for the hard work. Oh yeah, you're welcome, please. Exchange rate refers to a single number that represents the amount of the currency or assets you receive in exchange for another. So if I give you $1 and you must give me, oh God, I'm supposed to do something nice here. Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm very hungry. What's all this now? If I give you $1 and you have to give me an equivalent of that $1 in Naira, you're going to give me 610 or 620. Some people do as high as 700. I have someone that is doing 700 per dollar. That is the exchange rate. Okay. So imagine this place you are seeing EUR. Imagine is US dollar that is there. And this place you are seeing US dollar. Imagine is Naira that is there. So $1 will be equal to 610 Naira. Shobo. He's laughing at me. Precious. Undubisi, do you now understand the exchange rate measurements? Great. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? You have an extra 1 minute to ask any question. Any question at all, I'm going to answer it. Any question, an extra 1 minute. An extra 1 minute to answer, to ask any question. I'll wait for another 30 seconds. If I don't get any question, then I'll assume that. Okay, how do we know the time zones? Oh boy, sorry about that noise. So how do we know the time zones or the time overlaps for trading time? How do we know the time overlaps for trading time zones, since that's the best time to trade? I just told you now. I just told you that London has the highest volume in the market overall. New York has the second largest volume. The best time to trade is when both the London and New York overlap. And London and New York actually overlap between 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. The battery is low already, so we need to end this Zoom meeting now. The London and New York overlaps between 1:30 p.m. and then 4-5 p.m. So best time to trade is either overlapping of London and then ending of Tokyo session, which is between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and come back again by 1 p.m. to like 4 p.m. So as I just said, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the best time to trade, or 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Anyone that works with you. Let me save this recording first. I'll answer the rest questions.